Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello. To everyone watching. Welcome to Kilig Cafe. This is our new online hangout. Ito na yung bagong tawag dun sa ating tambayan on the internet. Welcome to Kilig Cafe. I hope that you guys are having your coffee or tea or your merienda this very humid afternoon. um so if you're watching this stream right now and you can chat with us, please let us know where you're watching us from and ano yung merienda nyo. Share nyo naman sa amin. We'll do a quick share din of our merienda later, but I will first introduce our esteemed our barkada for this afternoon. The tambays of Kilig Cafe this afternoon are the Flickr authors, the Flickr team actually. So we have Agay Llanera, Angeli Dumatol, Catherine Dellosa, Danice Mae P, Sison, and Ines Bautista-Yao. Hello! Say hello, guys. Ayan. Okay. So, for just in case hindi yung mga nanonood hindi pa nila kayo kilala, I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves. Let's do alphabetical order para hindi para hindi magulo. So, let's start with Agay. Please introduce yourself and let us know the books that you have written, etc., etc.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Agay Llanera. I'm a writer and part of the ROMANCECLASS writing community. As Tara said, I'm part of the Flickr team, which is the YA component of ROMANCECLASS. So I have with me two books lang na YA na sinulat ko. Pareho silang kulay, hindi po sadya. So this is first, this one, Choco Chip Hips, YA, and then another word for happy, a story about coming out. And I'm excited to hang out in this Kilig Cafe. Thank you.
Thanks, Agay. Now let's go to Angeli.
So, hi everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Angeli. I am a doctor writer, and I wrote Heartstruck, which is the first book in the ROMANCECLASS Flickr imprint. Heartstruck is about a popular girl named Alexa, who is actually keeping her passion for Ernest a secret because stuff that happened in her past made her believe that it'll ruin her image. But her world turns upside down come the return of her first love and fellow Arnisador, Theo. So it's a sports romance with friends to something more and also second chance. And I can promise that there will be ice cream.
Thanks, Angeli. Now let's go to Kat.
Ice cream. Hello. My name is Catherine Dellosa. And for Flickr, I wrote Raya and Grayson's Guide to Saving the World. So it's about Raya and Grayson. There sa likod. So Raya and Grayson's Guide to Saving the World is about two teens who find their passion in comics and conventions and geekiness. And also they find love in each other. Yay! And the tropes are friends to something more. So they find love and hope in each other amidst grief and sickness. So there's a lot of heart in it. Okay?
Thanks, Kat. Now we'll go to Denise. Hi, Denise.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Danice Mae P Sison, and I wrote Flickr number 2, which is flipping the script. There, flipping the script. The tropes are a summer internship, enemies to something more, and it's sort of like a love letter to Philippine cinema and movie making. So if you are into those things, if those things interest you, check out Flipping the Script. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, Denise. I will go to Ines. Oh no, Ines, we can't hear you. You're on mute. Wait,
Oh no.
there
Oh
you
my
go.
God! It's such a newbie, nothing to do, no? Grabe.
It's
Okay,
fine. It
anyway.
happens.
Okay, hi. I'm Ines Bautista-Yao. I don't have copies of my book, but I have them on my phone. Can you see? This is
Yeah.
Swept Off My
Yes. Yes.
Feet. Yeah, and then I also have When Sparks Fly. Syempre, I have a whole album of my books. But and then this is Only a Kiss. Okay. And syempre, I didn't also introduce myself. Okay, so I write YA. I also teach. I'm an English teacher, and I'm actually teaching a class on the coming of age novel this semester. So I think my love for YA is really coming out in everything that I do.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Tara.
Ines.
Can we sign up
Okay.
for Ines's class?
Oo
Oo
nga.
nga. Parang
I was telling
interesting.
You can sit in,
Wow.
di ba?
yes!
You can sit
Pwede ba
in.
yun?
Ja- Pwede!
How?
Message
Come
me. I'll make
on!
you talk. I'll make you talk. Sige
Wala!
kayo.
Wala! I just want to listen to the lecture.
Hello to
Interview.
everybody in the chat. Hi. Thank you for
Hello.
joining us.
Oh
Jasmine,
my
Hi.
gosh,
Oh,
Donna,
it's
what's gonna
Donna!
Hi, Donna.
Hi,
Nina,
Nina!
Kilala mo rin
Oh!
Denise, right?
Carla,
Carla's
and
here.
Iggy. Hi.
Iggy.
Thank you for joining us this
Yes.
afternoon. Hi. Ayan, okay. So, serious muna tayo bago tayo maglaro.
Serious.
let's talk about Flickr and how it came about. Okay. So because Romance Class Flickr is the YA imprint of Romance Class, can you tell us Ines and Agay, or you know, you can help each other out if you forget some things. How what is Romance Class Flickr, and how did it come about? What happened? How did it happen? Ganyan na nagkaroon tayo ng Flickr.
Mhm. Do you want to start, Ines?
I'm sorry. See, I lagged again, so I switched. But yes, I can start. Okay. Well,
Okay.
I switched networks. Okay, I hope this is better. First of all, Agay and I are mothers, and we don't really remember a lot of things because that's what happens, right, Doc? When you give birth. Okay, so I had to do that disclaimer because we really don't remember exactly how it came about.
Oh
What we
no.
do is that we were
Wala
talking about it.
I think your internet is
Yeah.
lagging.
yun.
Oo
Oo.
nga.
We'll
Such
get
bad
back to you.
timing.
We'll get back to you in
Oo.
this. Agay, let's start with you na lang muna.
All right. So, Ines,
Okay, I'm back.
panalo yung frozen
Sorry.
picture. Ah, sige, buti na na-freeze.
Oh no,
Ayan.
what did I look like that? Anyway, what was I saying? What was the last thing I said?
So, we were
That we
talking
said
about
how,
it. We were talking.
yeah, that we wanted to, I mean, how much we love YA and everything. And then I think Mina also, either we talked to her or she talked to us, but the three of us came together and then said that it would be nice to do something like Flair, but YA. So it was actually inspired by the Flair imprint. Okay, Agay, what do you remember? We'll piece it together.
Sige. I dug up a PDF file from our discussion. So, I think Nina started testing the YA writing um, with the Buko YA first, and then the Romance Class YA. Those are workshops that are geared towards YA writing. And then she was studying or observing the Romance Class market whenever we had book fairs. Um, and yung sa engagement sa social media, and a lot of them are also YA readers or of YA age. So parang she wanted to, um, tama ba, Mina? Please correct me if I'm wrong. She wanted to
Hala.
Hala,
cater
baka
to
mali.
bata market.
Mali,
Mina,
mali.
please feel free to jump in
And
sa
all,
discussion in the chat.
Fiction pala.
and
Correction.
also cater. Sorry. Ito yung, ewan ko kung imagination ko to, totoong nangyari. But she wanted to
See?
cater to the schools kasi parang they had book reports. And then parang may market doon na if they would read something appropriate for their age, and it came from us and it's distinctly Filipino, then baka, we could explore. Everything is correct, yes. So we could
Yay!
explore
Okay.
that.
Thank
Yes,
God.
so
100 over
that's how Flickr
100.
started.
Perfect.
Yay.
It's
That's
a
how it
struggle. It's a
started.
struggle. Yeah,
Okay.
and it was a lot of emailing. We had a lot of email back and forth, like, so how are we gonna put it together? But of course, Mina was really the one who was telling us, okay, let's do it like this. She really had an idea in mind of how to do it. And I totally forgot that we actually had a workshop with modules pala. Denise reminded us
Yeah.
that we did.
Okay. Anyone else want to add to that? Okay na tayo or okay na?
I think okay na.
Okay na.
Okay na. Okay, sige. Okay, next question. This is for the Flickr authors. So, what inspired you to write the books you wrote? So, we'll start with we'll start with Angeli. So, Flickr 1, 2, 3. So, Angeli, Denise, and then Kat. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So, okay.
Okay. So going back to 2017 BC, before coronavirus.
BC.
We had nga yung romance class YA online class / workshop. So, and then during that class, there was a challenge presented to the participants to integrate a Filipino thing that you haven't seen in YA before. So, parang yun yung pinaka-prompt of all the manuscripts submitted to the class, and also well, at least all the books in the Flickr imprint. So for my Filipino thing, so I incorporated Filipino martial arts or arnis into the story. So that was actually inspired by the PE class I took way back in college. Yun. So during I had absolutely no talent for the class. Okay, so period. But it was so interesting that marami akong story ideas ongoing during the PE class. But when the challenge was presented, that was the time I felt, now this might be the perfect time to use one of those vague story ideas. And then, tada! Ayun na. Doon na siya nag-start. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Angeli. Denise, ikaw naman. What's your
My
story?
my Flickr journey, so yun nga, as Angeli mentioned, the story had to have one Filipino thing. And then I thought, kasi my background is film major kasi ako in college. So I thought, I haven't seen any Filipino YA book or story that had teenagers who were interested in being filmmakers or making art na visually, na gano'n, na film siya. So iniisip ko, what if I create a story wherein there's a summer film internship. So I wanted my story to be set in the summer, mostly because it was my cheat work around doon sa K to 12, which was so confusing for me at the time. Sabi ko, ano bang ano bang pwede kong work around so that it won't be super strict or adhere to that yung structure na ganun. So gawin nating summer. So summer internship in high school about the premise was about Miri, who's 17 years old, whose grandfather was a film director in the 70s and 80s. And then the grandfather had a falling out with the owner of the studio, and parang nasira yung career niya. So nobody really knows about this film that he made. Fast forward to the summer film internship, is put up pala by the very studio that kicked her lolo out. And the crush of the main character happens to be the apo of the studio owner whom her lolo had a falling out with. So when she discovers that, it's like, I really don't want to have a crush on you, but uh, it's you're making it difficult for me not to fall in love with you. So parang yun nga, enemies to something else. And there's also elements of found family, and yun nga, bits of film restoration geekery thrown into the mix. So sabi ko, why not explore that? Kasi it's something new for me. And I also, like I mentioned earlier, I wanted it to be sort of a love letter to Philippine filmmaking. So there are a lot of references of Filipino movies, and things like that. So, yon.
Okay. Thanks, Denise. It's Kat's turn now. Kat, ikaw naman.
Yay! Hello. So, mine naman, actually, mine is also set in the summer for the same reason. Kay Denise. Kasi nga, I didn't understand yung K to 12. Ayun. So, cheat, ano rin yun, cheat tactic. But for Ryan Grayson's Guide to Saving the World, I've never really seen a story set locally about comic books and superheroes and geekery and the local convention scene here in the Philippines. So I've seen a few with international books, but even with international books, medyo konti lang. But for local, wala talaga. So it's sort of like waving the flag of geekery here. And at the same time, even if it's a little odd, parang sometimes I still can't believe that it was chosen as part of the Flickr lineup. So especially since it's such an honor to have your book read and edited by itong sina idol, my idol, si Miss Ines, si Miss Agay, at saka si Chris. If she's here, si Chris, wala si Chris here. Pero anyway, so yun, so
Baka tulog
yun, it's a
pa.
little, tulog ba? Yeah, baka nga. Sa kabilang side of the world. So yun, so it's a little bit of an oddball, but I'm so happy to have written it para lang may representation din for the geek girls and geek guys out there. So yun. Thank you, Tara.
Thanks, Kat. Okay. We have people joining us a little late. So hi
Hello.
everybody. Hi
Hello.
Paolo. How
Hi,
Bob is here.
everyone.
Hey,
Jay
Jay.
has a message for ano. Hello everybody. Thank you for joining us this
Hello.
afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Ay, madami sila. 14 million
Baby.
na.
Oh, 40 million.
Ay, Freestyler.
Naman, Paolo, talagang hadik na
Awa.
hadik ka sa PC lately.
Grabe, correct. Collector.
Postcards na lang.
Postcard lang.
Ayan, okay. So
Yes!
we'll move on to the
Woohoo!
next question. This is for Ines and Agay. Ayan. So when you were screening the manuscripts for Flickr, what did you look for? Or what stood out to you, ganyan? So,
Okay.
Agay or Ines can
I'll
start
answer
first.
while Ines is perpetually
Ay, oo nga pala.
smiling. Buti na lang maganda yung face ni Ines ngayon.
Oo nga.
Yung JPEG na siya.
Oo nga.
I'll solo layout yun na lang,
So,
ganyan.
ano nga ba?
Yan.
So, what we were looking for. So may mga guidelines what the author said na kailangan uniquely Filipino. And also I remember that we agreed that maski romance would not be the main theme, it would be okay as long as there are romantic elements. Kasi, diba complicated yung coming of age. So may mga family issues, friends and stuff. So first of all, syempre, when we read the first run, dapat we connect to it kaagad. It shouldn't be like, you know how some people say na, oh, it's just for kids or for young adults, madali lang yan sulat. Pero I think the younger the target reader is, the harder it is to write for them. So it has to have that heart of the YA. Now, when you read it, it sounds authentic and real. Na it's not you put a bunch of mga words na you feel that are trendy. It's beyond that. I think writing for YA is getting into the emotion of it. Na even if I'm a mom and I just and I don't know, put my child to bed, na pag binasa ko yung libro, it transports me back into the YA um, era. It's not easy to teach that. I think for you to write YA, you have to read that genre again. So, you have to read that genre. So it comes from sincerity. Shadow highfalutin. Ines, are you there? No. Ines, the question was,
I'm
bakit
here.
yun?
Oh my God. I'm covered by the plant.
Ayun nga. Bakit ka
plant.
naglagay ng plancha? Hindi pala siya.
I'm here.
Ano
I'm
yung
here. Sorry, what were we
criteria
looking
natin? For
Okay,
ano?
okay.
Criteria.
So I don't know if I heard everything that Agay said, but I think I heard that you said that when you write YA, there's a lot of heart. I think what's very important in writing YA also is that there is hope, that it gives the reader hope at the end. So even despite all the struggles and all of that. But what were we looking for when we were screening? First of all, we were looking for a particular voice. You know, when you write for actually when you write anything, you as an author have a particular voice, and that voice calls out to the reader. And when it's a YA book, there's a special kind of voice that calls out to that age group, to the young adults. So we were looking for that. It's not a voice that condescends or speaks down. It's not a voice that tries to sound like them, but it's a voice that feels, that has the same. Am I just repeating what you said again? The same emotion, the same part, all of that. But also, we wanted it to stand out from all the YA novels that we've all been reading. And that's why we added the particular Filipino thing to make it special. And I love, love, love that in the introductions of each one, they really brought out that, because when you start writing, that's not what you think, and that's not the first thing you think. Okay, what Philippine thing can I add? But because they came from there, each Flickr book is so rich in showing that. And when they were talking about their stories, it brought me back. So it's how many years ago when we started this, and it brought me back to the stories, and I really remembered why we chose each one. So yeah, well, we loved all of them. That's why they're here. But yeah, that's what we were looking for. I hope I answered it and didn't overlap with what a guy said.
Pero
Nagpa-fan
we can also
Oh,
talk
God!
about
Parang
yung empowered characters. We can also talk about
Yes.
that.
Yes, yes, yes. We wanted to
So,
make sure that they weren't because when we were growing up, I won't say what year that was, but when we were growing up, a lot of the YA, especially the female characters, they were scared. They weren't really empowered. They were mousy. They were, diba? I use that word pa, mousy.
Mousy.
But yeah, it was like that. So was done in 2017. Oh,
Wow,
yeah,
True.
that's right.
pala.
Facing
Oh my
writing
gosh.
happened even longer.
Oh, grabe.
Longer pa before that. But anyway, yes. So we wanted characters who would would represent the teens of today, or also the teens we want them to be today. I think that's really it. Because when you read a book, especially at that age, you're so impressionable. You get inspired. So long ago when Ines was young, hoy.
Hey.
Ayun na naman si Arky.
Hi, Arky.
Nagugulo.
Hi,
Good afternoon.
But yeah.
We miss you
That's
too.
right.
Thank you for hanging out
Yeah,
here.
okay, fine. We miss you.
Napilitan.
When we were
When we were 20.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that sums up what we were screening for, and we found it, right, Agay?
We found it in the
Aw. Collective og.
Kilig.
Ayan. Okay, so
We're
for
so
those of you
kidding.
who don't know where to find the books, there's links in the chat. If it I think it looks messed up right now, but I'm going to change that. But anyway, just look for the links in the chat and also in the description later, so that you know where to buy, where to find the books that we're talking about today. So okay, next question. um, Ayan, it is for everybody. So, what is it about writing young adult romance that you like? So, why young adult romance? We'll start with recitation nga pala nakalimutan ko.
Okay,
May
recitation.
ganito
You have to call
Oh
on the
no.
student.
So we'll do ano kasi kakatapos lang ni Ines tsaka ni Agay na magsalita. We'll do the Flickr authors again pero reverse. Flickr 3 2 1,
Ay!
okay? So we'll start
Yan.
with Kat.
Oh no.
Oh, cat.
Oh no.
We'll start with
Kala
Kat.
ko,
Okay.
kala ko
Go
lusot
Kat.
na. Well, for me, YA kasi is so different. Like with what the other esteemed authors mentioned before.
Para kami
Parang,
siopaw.
steamed. Steamed authors.
Themed.
um, for me, kasi it's very different from writing adult or new adult books because the issues are different. Not necessarily they're easier because, yun nga, just because the protagonists are younger or the audience is meant for a younger, well, target audience, pero not really naman younger lang ang nagbabasa. So, it's not necessarily because for younger audiences siya, yung issues niya should be lighter and hindi rin siya heavy. So, there are heavy themes din. But, it's different from adult issues. So, that's what makes it refreshing for me. Kasi parang, as an adult, I'm already surrounded by adult issues. So, gusto ko something else naman. Parang, it's sort of like an escape din for the author. So, writing about issues other than my own is very refreshing. And at the same time, I love insta-love kasi. So, it's an excuse to write about insta-love. So, yun. It's refreshing lang for me. Thank you,
Thanks, Kat.
Tara.
Thanks, Kat. Okay, Denise naman. Denise, why do you like
Okay,
writing YA?
what I like writing about YA. For me, meron kasi there's one writer who said that we are all our ages. So, regardless of what age you are, let's say you're 25, you are also 13, you're also 14, 15, all those ages that you lived through. So, for me, writing YA gives me a chance to revisit those feelings, those experiences, things that happened for the first time, yung mga unang kilig, yung mga first crushes, ganon. Those are always fun things to revisit as an adult and write about. Parang when you experience them for the first time, it's just super raw data. But you have the advantage as an adult writer to process those feelings and create something new and look at it with a fresh perspective. So for me, that's what excites me about writing YA is going back to all those feelings and having the advantage of that hindsight and the wisdom that I have now. So yeah,
Wisdom.
it's a chance for me to go back to what was exciting for me at that age. Kasi those feelings for me never go away. So it's like a time machine for me. Yun.
Yes.
Thanks, Denise.
Thank you.
May comment may comment si Karen about your earrings.
Ay, thank you.
Ang ganda
Yes.
nga.
Claudia
Yes, it's
Kishi
very
ang friend.
anong sabi natin kanina, very 80s.
Very 80s.
Oo. When was that?
Aerobics.
Hindi natin yun naabutan.
Oo. Iba na magulang natin.
Oo. Alam lang natin siya through pictures and everything. Okay, next, si
Usong-uso
Angeli
yung
naman.
80s ngayon,
Ang ganda nga ng
Angeli.
sitaw ni Danice. Kanina ko pa pinapansin. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so, ano ano nga yung tanong? What I like about writing YA. Okay, so sa akin parang simple lang. I like writing YA simply because it's also the genre that I enjoy reading. And also because it's the genre that made me essentially fall in love with literature in general. Uh, when I was younger, not so long ago, I found a lot of comfort kasi and support and inspiration in YA novels talaga that made it a lot easier to go through life and all those problems.
Yes.
So I kind of want to give that same feeling to my readers. That's why I keep on writing YA also. And also connected to what Denise mentioned earlier, I like the fact that YA tackles parang heightened emotions. Kasi everything is a new experience for a teenager. So lahat ng volatile emotions, your first time doing anything actually, all of those things, parang looking back, they seem to be such a big deal because they were actually a big deal at that age in your life. And when you parang when as you grow older kasi one thing that people used to attack, YA kasi nga daw ang babaw. But actually I think that's just them parang taking for granted all of those heightened emotions and how they actually contributed to shaping the person that you are. So parang ang laki ng role ng YA.
Amen.
True.
Thank you.
I super love
Ganda.
that.
Ganda ng sagot.
Yes.
Miss Universe.
Ganda.
Winner.
Ay,
Thank you
thank
for
you,
that wonderful
ganyan.
question.
Ayan, okay. Let's go to Ines naman. Are you ready, Ines? Sorry.
Yeah.
Nawala
Is
ka
my
kanina. Okay.
internet ready is the other question.
Yun ang tanong pala. Is your
Yun yung
internet
tanong.
ready?
Nakakainis yung internet. Yeah, it's how hard naman to answer because everybody gave such good answers and parang your answers are so similar to mine. Like, I love the heightened emotions of being an adolescent, so the YA. And I loved also reading YA when it wasn't even called YA back then. Wait, here we go again. But then I will be true to myself now. It wasn't called YA. I don't know what it was, but I just know these were the books that I was drawn to, and I couldn't stop consuming them. And how it was just what was frustrating was I didn't. They were all blonde or brunettes, and I was like, ano tong brunette? I mean, we all have dark hair here where I live, so parang what's you know? And then I wanted to see myself in the stories because I could, but not really. I don't have to explain that. So oh my gosh, I heard that. That's not
Ang
from
lakas ng
here.
kulog bigla.
Yes,
Sa
kulog
akin
na.
yun, sorry.
Kanino yun?
Thank you, Tanya.
Sa
You
akin.
also.
I'm sorry. Sikat.
It's fine. It's not your fault.
Grabe. No, that's okay. It's not your fault. Anyway, but I
Agree daw si Mother Nature.
Agree.
oo. She agreed with what I said. No. But for me, what makes YA so special also is that because when I was that age, I felt like I was falling in love with everything. You get to know yourself, you get to know your friends, you get to know. I met my husband when I was 16. We didn't get together yet, but I mean that's when we met. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Friends to lovers yung trope namin.
Oh my.
So yeah, so it's so close to my heart. So that's really why. Agay, your turn.
Agay, ikaw
Tag,
naman.
Sorry.
tag, you're it.
Hindi ko narinig yung mga sinabi niya, but mga bits and pieces. But basically the same. YA has always been my preferred genre. Parang it sustained me all throughout my reading life. When I couldn't read, sorry, yung lakas na ulat. When I couldn't read anything else, I'd switch to YA, even during my adult years. As I remember, I was working in a children's show, and all the segment producers were into YA at the time. So doon ko, as in we would splurge during book fairs, we would all go together, and then parang we would assign books para we don't have doubles, and then we'd exchange. So those were all YA. And iba kasi pag YA talagang yung emotion very, the feels, ika nga. Sometimes I'd reread my journals from way back, and the emotions are so heightened, and when I read them, parang I'd be transported to that stage in my life. So until now, I like revisiting that stage through other people's stories and through writing it myself. Parang it's such a special time. Yun, that's why I love it.
Yes, same, Agay.
Yes. Yes.
Same,
Thanks, Agay.
same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Parang nagagalit
Yes,
yung
yes.
langit sa mga pinagagawa natin. May sinasabi si Arky. May
Protest.
sinasabi si Arky.
Meron na
Basta na yun.
naman.
May nakita ko eh.
What did she say na naman?
Ayan. Nagre-react daw si Mother Nature kay
Kay
Ines.
Ines.
Fan din siya ng sweet.
I didn't na nga say sweet dreams eh.
Si Paolo
Sweet,
said
but
she
yes,
met her
it was.
husband when she was 16, which was 9 years later.
Okay. Yes, Paolo.
Karen said, sabi nila,
Sabi nila.
Sabi nila.
saan
Sabi
nito
nila.
nalaman?
Sige.
Oo, hindi natin alam yan. Oo.
How did you know?
Ang alam ko yung mga 600 na eh. Char!
Oh my gosh, sorry. Pero naalala ko may sweet dreams. 3850.
Oo nga!
Yes. Oh my God. I remember
No
it.
way.
I remember that. 35 pa nga eh. 35.50. Sweet Valley High. 35.
Sweet Valley High,
Or 32
right.
pa nga. Or maybe because
No,
I
don't
bought it in the
I don't
province.
remember prices kasi ano pala, I remember reading them in the library. So I didn't buy books then. So wala akong alam sa presyo. Gulat ako sa 38.
May 38.
But
Ngayon
yeah,
sa book
it was
sale na.
that cheap. Grabe.
Okay, next question. Okay. This is a question for anyone who has an answer lang ha. So no pressure. So are you working on a new YA romance right now, and can you tell us anything about it? So yung mga may sagot,
Si
mag-raise
Doc
ng hand.
meron,
Mag-raise
Doc.
ng hand. Ayan, si Doc
Hindi.
Angeli.
Ako, calling on the student. Sorry, that's my, if you sit in my class, I'll call you.
My teacher also has passing the baton. Anyway,
Angeli.
ano ba?
Miss Angeli, Angeli, ayan.
Okay, so yes, I am working on a new YA romance right now. Ang tagal na niyang work in progress. Oh my gosh. If you've read our latest anthology, my story there kind of gives a parang preview. Preview already sa epilogue of what's gonna happen. And also, the LIs are in Heartstruck if you've been paying attention. Anyway, so it's about a P-pop boy band. So watch out na lang. Woohoo!
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Angeli.
Go, Angeli.
Sino pa yung may
So
sagot
exciting.
again? Si Ines.
Ako.
Si Ines yung next.
I have,
Ines,
okay. I'm actually done. I'm done.
Wow! Ayan na.
Okay, but here's the thing. One, it's a short story. But two, it's set in the pandemic. Oh my God. So this actually is, I know. So okay. When the pandemic started, I was taking my comprehensive exam. So no writing for a long time. And then when I sorry, I'm getting distracted. My hair's not fixed. So anyway, no writing for a long. Then finally, when I had the chance to write, I said, I can't write in a world that is not what's, in a world that was or a world that will be. I have to write in my present world because, I don't know. I don't know what's going through my head. But
So anyway, it's about this girl. She's in college and she's mad at the world. I don't blame her. I would be too. And but she has this classmate who um he's the nerdy classmate who sits in the front of the room, and he's the class beadle, and he's always pushing her, he we have a an oral exam, and you want to study together, and she's like, I don't want to study, I don't care, the world is falling apart, and he's like, but I think we can focus, if we so like that. So I just wala, I was just so aliw with that dynamic. And then of course eventually she realizes na there's something about this guy. When they zoom or when they video call, parang his eyes are so beautiful. Because what
Oh.
else? How
my
else are you
God.
going to get Kilig, right? I mean, video
Yeah.
screen, and then I researched pa, as in on the dates, like, okay, what was happening in this time, because I really wanted it to be correct, like, okay, when was the announcement of MECQ, when was
Right.
the announcement, ganyan ganyan.
Oh no,
And
that's gonna be
then
tricky.
Mahirap, di ba?
yeah, well,
Paiba-iba.
oo nga, but I had dates talaga, as in April, ganyan, 2020, ganyan, I really have
Ganda.
dates. So but it's done, and it's a happy ending. Happy ending. Pandemic pa rin, pero happy ending. And so I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. It's with the people who are willing to read, to better read now. So let's see. But so far I'm getting good feedback.
Yay!
Thanks,
Yay!
Ines. We're looking forward to that book. Yan.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
So that's actually the last question, the last of our preset questions. So now we're going to play a game. So
Yay,
people
game!
in the chat, if you don't have if you have questions for our guests today, you can just leave them in the chat and we'll get back to you later. But also we're going to play a game right now and we'd like you to participate also. So the first game is Would You Rather. Okay? So may two choices tayo for this game, and ang napag-usapan natin, the two choices are represented by a color. So you can just raise the color that you have. So at the yung answer nyo. So for example, if the choice is pink, you raise the pink thing, and then if the choice is blue, you raise the blue thing. Yan. Ayan. Tapos yung mga tao sa chat, you can just participate by typing your answer. Okay? So this is mga situational thing. Wow, situational. Situational things, ganyan. Okay. Wait lang. I'm gonna post muna the link to Ines's other book. Wait. Okay, let's. All right. Okay. Eto na.
Thank you,
Okay.
Tara.
Yes, you're welcome. Eto na. Okay. Would you rather, number 1,
Oh no.
would you rather meet your OTL, your one true love, during your young adult years or during adulthood?
Ay.
I'm going to count. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pwede mo
Ano nangyari? Ano nangyari?
Both.
Wait,
Andito na yung
ano
tunog.
answer? Bakit both? Dapat isa lang.
both.
Yeah, both.
Oh, isa lang.
Isa lang. Okay,
You
so
met them
Angeli
again?
said adulthood.
Oh, different.
Ay, young adult. Okay, sige.
Oh.
Explain.
Let's ask, sige. Let's ask two people. Denise, bakit adulthood?
No, on the spot. No, okay. Kasi I feel na parang if you met them when you were a young adult, parang ang dami mo pang kailangang pagdaanan to be sure that that person is the one. So when you're young, it's like the feelings are there. But how do you know what else is out there unless you experience it like with other people or give yourself room to grow pa? So I feel na parang mas okay if you meet them when you have that lived experience already. Yun yung sa akin ha. That's for me.
Okay. Okay. Sige. And Ines said
Okay,
young
ako.
adult. Yeah. Okay. Why?
But-
Why?
Only because, as I said kanina, I met my husband now when I was
Of course.
16, right? But we got together when I was already 24 24, I think. Yeah. So medyo adult na ba yun? 24.
So yours is actually
But
Yeah.
but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
both.
we
Both.
didn't get to, so kind of both mine. But it's meet eh. So we met
Meet, yeah.
back then
Yeah.
pa rin.
Sa
Yeah.
bagay,
And then
Check
at the
natin yung
same
sagot ng
time,
mga... Yeah,
I
sige,
want
go.
to believe in HEA for my characters, right?
ay,
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Check natin yung sagot ng mga tao. Okay, parang blue yung majority. Paolo said blue. Karin said blue. Jay said pass na lang. Bakit?
Yeah.
Why?
So
Bawal
you cannot
yun.
think about it. Who were the
It's
people that
one
you
or
met
the
when you were
other.
younger? It's like, sino doon? And you sino doon? And you'd be like worried na, oh my God, like, how did they turn out when they were adults? Diba? Parang, that's
my.
scary. That's scary. Kasi parang, the cute
You
guy
know,
that you were
but
kind of in love with back when you were 15 years old might not be as hot as he was back then. Or diba? Parang ganun.
that
So parang scary
that's
siya.
true.
Be
But then,
better.
Yeah, but
yes,
hard
yes.
naman.
Yes, you can change. You can make
Yeah.
that actually a story na parang, oh,
That's
this
true.
guy who was,
That's
and
true.
now,
Oh, yeah.
hot.
Brainstorming
It can
session
happen.
pala to.
It can
I know.
happen.
Mga prompts.
Okay, guys,
Jay
also
said-
na, the last thing I did like this, we ended up being mandated to to do an anthology. So
I mean, that's always a
no.
good thing.
be careful.
New
Be
books,
careful
new
what
books.
we
Oh
say here.
no.
Oh my God, may idea ako. Oh my God, may
Ayan na.
idea ako.
See,
Oh
Like,
my
it would be like an
Yes.
anthology of like MCs who, what if they met when they were young adults? There's also the flip side wherein they met when they were adults na. And
Ganon.
may AGA pareho. Oh,
Ganon.
diba?
Ayan
One
na,
click.
ayan na.
Parang siya, back to
Okay.
back. Like, what if you met
flip,
when you were young
ganon.
adults? Then the next, on the flip side, what if you met when you were grown-ups already? Pero parehong HEA yun. It's just
I
that
like this
different
idea.
yung path, di ba?
That's cute.
Let's do it!
So parang choose your
Let's
own
do it.
adventure, pero
Yeah,
hindi.
parang
Ganyan.
Para pinahaba mo lang yung path
Ayan
ng
na.
grown-up, pero HEA
Oh,
pa rin,
no.
no matter what,
Ayan na.
guys.
Yes.
Parang,
Oh,
Nalagot
that's the
na
point.
kayo.
In all
Sliding
the
Nalagot na
doors.
Danice.
Parang sliding, yan, parang sliding
Yeah.
door.
I
Sliding
love
doors.
that movie.
Right.
I love it.
Sliding door.
Okay. So mamaya meron na tayong
Brainstorming.
spreadsheet.
I
May spreadsheet
want!
na mamaya. Ganyan.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh, ayan na.
Oh,
Go na
no.
daw sa anthology, sabi ni Sir.
Mm.
Sir
Marvel,
Marvel.
what if?
Happened
Or
in
romance
Hastings.
class, what if? Ganyan. Parallel universe, ganyan.
Yes.
Okay.
Ganyan.
Okay. So next would you rather item. Ready? Would you rather write with an outline or write in freestyle? Ayan. Yung mga author sa chat, what's your
Ooh.
answer? Outline or freestyle?
Outline
Ano
for
yun?
the win.
So, outline. Ay, puro outline. Wow, mabait natin. Ganun.
Organized.
Start you, Phil. Start you, Phil.
Outline. Tapos, maya-maya.
yeah, it
Oo nga.
naman.
No, we have
It
to make
happens
it
naman.
like this.
Yeah.
No, it's
But
like-
can I
it's
just
both.
say, I used to write freestyle, and it's parang, if you want to live your life and do other things, you have to let it go. You have to do an outline because it takes up so much time. It's
Yeah.
very, because you have to go back and then you have to brainstorm and everything. And then if you have children screaming at you, wanting something, wala, or a job screaming at you, needing something, you can't. So, but
Yeah.
I think you have a general outline, and then there's so much freedom anyway to pants while you're
That's
doing it,
true.
right?
Yes.
May tawag si Bridge, outstyle daw.
Ganda yan.
Outline tsaka
I
freestyle.
love it.
Wait.
Okay.
May comment si
Happily.
Mina. Anthology daw lagi
Yeah,
ending ng pan.
Exactly. That's what I've been noticing, ha?
It's a pattern.
This is this is
Excited
how we
here.
brainstorm na lately, no?
I
Parang
love
papaano
it.
biglang,
Ano.
may idea ako.
Tapos may resibo, di ba? Because everything is recorded.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything is
Oh
recorded.
my
Correct.
God.
Ayan na.
Oh
O sige.
no.
Ilagay na natin yan sa
Oh,
listahan ng mga coming soon. Ganyan.
Pila. Daming pila. Grabe.
Ines, you were gonna say something?
Nope.
Okay. Sige. Okay, next question. Next item. Ready? Would you rather cling to your darlings or kill your darlings?
ay.
Controversial, char.
This is so
What does this
hard.
mean?
Very.
What does this
What
mean?
would you
Sige,
cling
go.
to
Combine.
your
Characters
Sino?
or...
Sino nagsulat nito dun sa
Ako!
Google Doc? Yun ang
Ako yan.
tanong. Ayan.
Oh,
Please
explain,
explain,
Denise.
Danice. Please explain.
Actually, hindi. Skill siya na natutunan ko while writing sa Flickr din, tsaka later on sa web series. Kasi parang connected siya dun sa previous question na are you an outliner or a freestyler? So actually, I only appreciated writing with an outline when I joined the romance class YA workshops.
Same.
Dati kasi pinapants ko siya and I never finished anything pantsing. So parang there's the,
Yeah.
when you start a project, parang excited ka to write and then you
Yeah.
eventually hit a wall and you're like, oh, ano na, and then
Yeah.
you get tired of it or the idea gets stale and then you never go back to it. Maboboneyard na lang siya. But when Ines and Agay introduced talaga yung outlining and why it's important, yung talaga sabi ko, naging convert talaga ako. Like parang if you outline it, then it becomes like a roadmap. Of course, you always want to think that you're an outliner or you get the hang of it. And then eventually, it all goes to pot at some point and mapapants mo rin siya. Pero at least you have that take-off point or reference
Yeah.
point where you came from, di ba? So,
Yes.
it's easier and it's easier to finish. Parang it's easier to finish when you have that roadmap kasi sa wala. Kasi,
You see then the finish line eh.
yeah, you
So
see the
parang-
finish line.
Yeah.
So, yun. And then, ayun, kill your darlings nga kasi when you reach the point na parang you write yourself into a corner and you don't know talaga what to do with it, babalik ka doon sa how you made the character. And if it really doesn't work, you have to kill your darlings. So, yun, for me.
So
Parang
parang
let it
let
go.
go of
You have to let go of what is
parang
not
may
working.
nasulat ka na ng mga chapter
Definite.
pero hindi
Yes,
nag-work,
or
ganyan.
an idea that you really,
yes.
really love to begin
Yeah.
with. You
Yeah.
really
Ito.
loved it. You were in love with the concept to begin with, and that's where all the excitement came from. But it really didn't work. It really doesn't work
Yeah.
for your story anymore. Talagang kill your
No.
darling.
Ayan, blue.
Draw the
blue,
line. Okay.
Blue, okay. Lahat blue.
You Kat,
Blue
Ayan,
din,
blue.
okay.
I think you really can't be a writer and expect to grow if you hang on too much to an idea, to a character, to a story, to something. Because I mean that's what happens in the editing process, right? Sometimes you have to get rid of whole chapters. Sometimes you have to get like that happened to me.
Yeah.
My first book, grabe. So it's painful, but I think it helps you because eventually you will write a better book. And you will learn from it. And you really can't hold on to like, ayan, nako, nag-teacher hat na naman ako.
I love it.
Go.
Elizabeth Gilbert was saying that you can't call your book your baby because you get so attached. You won't edit your baby. You won't slash words from your baby. You won't basta you be so careful and everything. Wow.
May
Tulog ba
nagagalit.
I know. No, it agrees also with me. You have to separate yourself from it emotionally because if you're too invested and if you're too what is the word? You're too not invested eh. You're too connected.
Attached.
I don't know. They're so attached. Yeah. If you're too attached, then you can't improve it. And I think that's really for me. I had to learn that. No, it's not my baby. It is something that, can be molded pa and improved pa and all of that. Okay, teacher
Just
hat
to,
off.
just to
Oo,
add lang din. For me, actually yung first idea ko for Flickr wasn't actually Raya and Grayson's story. So it was something
Ooh,
else, and
okay.
it was talagang super terrible siya. So parang
Oh no.
completely different talaga siya, as in completely different. So thanks to yung feedback din of everyone. Syempre, we know naman na romance class is very responsible when it comes to the things that we need to avoid, toxic stuff, yung mga ganyan. So,
Yes. Yes.
before I joined romance class, I really wasn't aware of these things. So, parang because of, hindi naman din because of Flickr lang, pero because of romance class as a whole. So, naging mas aware ako of all these things to avoid and yung mga common pitfalls. But sadly, yung first prompt ko, yung first pitch ko for Flickr wasn't actually this. So, completely different
I
siya.
remember.
And parang, I think nasimulan ko na rin siya from my own, I mean, in my own time. Parang may first chapter na ata and stuff. So, basta super terrible siya. Sana wala nang record of that. Pero naalala pa ni Miss Agay ata. No. Pero yun, so
I
I
don't
have to,
remember that.
kailangan talaga siya
Later.
i-kill. Buti na lang.
Pag-usapan natin
buti na
mamaya
lang
pagkatapos.
I remember. Yun. So, kailangan siya i-kill completely. I-kill, murder, and
Yeah,
bury.
yeah.
So, but thanks to that, parang I've always had yung story nila Raya and Grayson in the back of my mind. Pero why I didn't think of it first is just beyond me. So, parang thanks to yung na-slash yung isa, biglang, why not? Ito na nga lang yung sulatin ko since I've always wanted to. So, yun. So, it's good to kill your darling.
That's so great. That's so great because, I mean, when I read it talaga, I love the geekery so much. I remember
Correct.
splashing at Agay. I was like, what? This is so good. Because I'm a closet geek. Closet ba kayo?
Let's not be closet geeks. Yay!
Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Next
Okay, what was our
item.
next?
Would you rather write
Oh.
longhand or write with a PC or any gadget? Ganyan, that's
It's
available.
Easy.
Longhand or blue. Ay, si Agay lang iba. Okay, let's ask Agay why she wants to write, why she likes to write longhand.
Before I write anything, talagang longhand muna ako. Kasi I feel na iba yung process ng brain when you write longhand. And besides, yung job ko kasi, it's all writing then in front of the computer. And sometimes nasusukan. Kaya hindi ako makapag-K-drama marathon ngayon. Kasi ayoko nang humarap sa computer
Sa
actually.
screen.
So, pag may physical, like yung pen and paper, parang mas kalmado ko. Na I don't have to look at the screen, at the blinking cursor. And ayun, parang mas free yung thoughts. Napapansin ko mas hindi ako judgmental kasi it's just, writing you can just cross out and everything. But hindi siya stodgy. So it's free. Yun lang sa akin.
Ayun. Okay. Sige. Sino, a lot kayo blue eh. Sino mo pipiliin ko sa inyo? Si Angeli. Si
No, but
Angeli. Kasi
can okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Go.
Okay, I'll just say something quickly. I like to write my ideas by hand, just the bullet points, or even maybe like the outline, and then the story itself, I'll type na, or even on my phone. But if it's just ideas, then I prefer to use longhand also. Okay,
Angeli.
Angelina.
Actually, hindi yung sasabihin ko. Meron akong parang tickler na I write. It serves as parang idea dump. Para lahat kanwari ng ideas, longhand, jot it down. Para kahit, tickler lang para kahit nasa hospital, dala-dala ko. Ayun, sa pocket lang, gano'n. And then, jot down lang. And then, same as Ines, yung actual story itself, type talaga. Primarily because I make too many mistakes. So, hindi ako mag-backspace. Baka maubusan ako ng
Appear.
Maubusan ako ng kapag longhand. Ayun lang.
Okay. Okay, next. Next item. Would you rather date the student council president or the captain of the basketball
Oh
varsity
my
team?
Student
God.
Ah, Intan?
council.
Wow.
Sure na.
Five,
Final answer.
4,
This is hard.
3,
This is
2,
hard.
1. Answer. Okay,
Athlete.
blue, pink, blue. Okay, so dalawa yung nag-student council
Okay.
president,
Very
tapos
good.
tatlo
Yeah.
yung nag-basketball varsity. Okay. Denise, bakit student council president?
Sikat muna.
Me,
Cat daw, cat.
wala. I like brainy guys. And mga mas bibo guys. And not naman saying na the captain basketball team can't be brainy or bibo. Pero yung medyo mas hindi kasi ako mahilig sa basketball. Parang I hate sports. So, parang if sporty siya, hindi ako makakasabay. So, wag na lang. So, para lang hindi niya ako pilitin mag-sports. The other
Okay.
side na.
Oh, nawala si Agay. Okay. Kaya siya bumalik. Denise, ikaw, what's your explanation? Magpaliwanag ka. Char.
Maliwanag talaga. Same with that. Parang I feel like I would have more in common with the student council president rather than a jock. Pero maybe that's just me and my personal background kasi I don't think my 16-year-old would go for a jock. I never have. Maybe later na in my adult years. Pero yeah, yun. Parang it's more of a compatibility thing. I really feel that I would have more in common with the student council president than a jock. Sorry, medyo snub yung answer, pero it's kind of true.
No, it's fine.
Not that-
It's fine.
Yeah, right? Tsaka parang I'm short eh. So, kung basketball players like, oh, tatad mo. You know, I don't know how that would work, pero yun. And, I guess, type ko talaga din yung mga nerds and brainy guys rather than the basketball players. But if there was a basketball player / hybrid nerd, perfect.
Oh, why not? Oo.
Chris Chu. Ayan na ako si
perfect.
Chris Chu.
Ayan.
Oh, ayan na. May naming names na.
Right? Okay.
May name dropping na naganap.
He is both, guys.
Yun. Pwede kasing
Crispy.
pareho pala.
Pwede naman
Oo
go.
Kaya nga sabi ni,
pwede
ni Iggy,
naman.
lavender.
Lavender.
Oo. Ayan.
But
Correct.
can I
Okay,
just
okay.
say it's like my
Go.
fantasy to be cheering in the stands and then he makes a
Oh
basket.
my God,
and then,
same.
it's for you.
Same. Kaya
Same.
ang sagot ko dito blue rin eh.
Yun talaga yung dahilan eh.
Yeah, oo, 'di ba? Parang
My Troy and Gabriella moment.
Yeah. Yes.
ayan nga, high school musical moment.
High school
Yes.
musical.
Ayan, bet ko rin yun, matalinong
Grabe.
sporty. Oh.
Yeah.
SC
Yes.
president with abs. Oh,
Yeah.
Ayun.
ayan na. Lumalabas na yung
Yeah.
meron na namang lalabas na libro nito. The Brainy Jocks, ganyan.
Nerdy jock. And the nerdy athletes. Ay, iba pa yun.
Oh,
Brainy jock
Correct.
or nerdy athlete.
Nerdy
Nerdy
athlete.
Yun, would
Yes.
you rather? So,
Yan.
I would go
Okay.
for the nerdy athlete.
Well, ang haba nitong
Welcome
discussion
back,
pag
Agay.
tinuloy pa natin. Okay,
Oo,
next
oo.
item. Would you rather intern at a movie studio or a comic book shop?
Oh!
Santo.
Ay, how hard
Syempre.
naman.
Santo.
I don't have an answer.
Denise!
Movie studio or comic book shop?
Bakit blue?
Interning at a movie studio, it's really not fun.
Oh, it's not? Okay, change
Totoo.
answer.
I can vouch for that. I can attest
It's
to
not
that.
fun. Diba? It's
But-
really not fun. So, ito.
Bad.
Okay.
It's only fun because I made it fun in my book. But really,
Yeah.
it's not fun.
No, meron ka ding, may
There are
lots
disclaimer
of
ka din doon na
bullies
hindi
there.
fun eh.
Kasi ang
Ayan.
tagal, hihintayin mo pa yung mga artista. Ang tagal na waiting
Oo,
dun
di ba?
sa
Dami
movies.
arte.
Kaya nga
Tapos,
daw nag-movie.
nagagalitan ka ng PA. Parang,
Daming
diba?
art.
Grabe.
Mga
Hindi ka
diva.
na nga binabayaran. Ganun pa. So yeah, this one. This is my answer.
Baka di ko magawa
Ayan,
ng
si
maayos.
Mel. Baka di ko
Honey.
magawa ng maayos ang trabaho
Tama.
kung kasama ko ang mga actors. Yan.
True.
Ako
So,
sagot ko
Santel mo
pink,
lang
kahit
naman
na
masaya.
ano, kahit na
Aww.
na-experience ko yun, pink pa rin. Intern lang naman eh, sandali lang.
Pwede ka umalis.
That's true.
Pwede ka umalis.
Oo, hanap lang ako ng cute na artista tapos
Yun nga.
join.
Sino artista? Depende.
Yeah.
Oo,
sino
oo
artista
naman, oo.
depende. Oo.
Ayan.
Mabango naman sila usually at saka.
Hoy, si Danice, may kwento.
Yeah!
Oh,
Sino yung mga mababango ganyan?
Name, sir.
Nung time ko. Yung mga gusto natin na makita on screen, okay sila. Like, si JLC, okay siya. Like, when he looks at you, he really looks at you.
Ay, may ganun.
Yeah, may ganon. May ganon siya. Like,
Sino
parang
JLC?
kahit na hindi ako, kahit
John
hindi
Lloyd.
na,
John Lloyd!
John Lloyd. John
Sorry.
Lloyd is very, when he is focused on you, his eyes are really focused on you. So it's like,
Wow.
okay, all right.
And those
I like you,
eyes.
man. Yeah. Yeah, I like him.
Oo, Faye, may iba
Yung
akong goals.
na-interview.
I've learned my lesson. Wala akong ginawa nung time na nagtatrabaho pa ako doon. If I were
You know
given a
better
chance,
now.
charot lang.
Now you know better.
Si Ines gusto si Michael Locsin. Di ba, Ines?
Oh my God.
Black reaction.
Michael Locsin.
Michael Locsin. Alam ni Paolo Manalo yan. Michael Locsin.
Oh my God.
Naman nun. That's entertainment.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
okay.
Grabe yung
okay.
reference.
Oh my.
Bakit mo siya kilala?
Oh my
Saan mo siya
God. I
nakita?
don't
Sa
even-
magazine?
Work.
Oh, that. Oo nga. Tama. Tama. Older people were telling me about it. About the show.
Nakita mo sa lumang magazine, ganyan.
Slap ganyan.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Parang kinakilala din ni Iggy sa magazine.
Sa mga.
Ginoogle namin. Google. What is this
Ayan.
thing? That's
Ayan.
entertainment.
Oh no!
Iggy, stop it.
Sorry, hindi ko rin masasagot kung ano
Ano po
to. Hindi ko alam eh. Ay, nako. Okay, next. Would you rather be with a vampire or a werewolf? Yan. nako.
Vampire.
Vampire or werewolf?
Vampire.
Okay, pink.
Ooh,
I'm not sure.
interesting.
Ay, medyo hati, medyo
Split
lang.
decision.
Sige, tawag dito. Agay, bakit werewolf?
Ayokong kagatin
Yeah.
ako eh. Ayoko maging
Di
vampire.
ba nangangagat yung
Gusto ko lang
werewolf?
pinakalasin.
Yeah, doesn't he also bite?
Well, kasi nung Twilight, si Tanya rin, para kasing ang pale ni sino ba to? Si
Edward.
Ayaw mo sa
si
maputla.
Edward. At least yung isa may mga pandesal. So, better. Di ba?
Lahat ba ng werewolf may pandesal?
Yun.
pwede
ayun.
din
Ang
naman
rule
may
ba pag
pandesal
vampire
yung
walang
word.
pandesal?
Pwede din
Parang
naman.
wala silang pandesal yung
Mga
yung
vampire.
Si
Kasi lagi
ano,
silang skin.
Si Tom Cruise and si Brad
I
Pitt.
was going to
Pwede
say
sila.
Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Ayan na.
Twilight.
Debate na.
The legit.
We're not
Debate
just talking Twilight.
True.
That's a rule.
Sabi ni Tanya,
That's a
lahat ng
werewolf.
werewolf may pandesal and that's a rule.
Team Jacob. Okay.
Bridge. Gusto ko ng Lily's peanut butter.
Nakakagulat. Fun.
Ayan. Okay, next. Okay, last for the Would You Rather game. Last item. would you rather be the chosen one or be the outcast? Yan.
A B. Not
Chosen one.
Yeah.
Chosen
Not
one, what
with.
the
Chosen
heck?
one.
Ikaw yung MC. Ikaw yung MC.
I
So,
wanna be.
outcast. Oy, nag-iisa lang si
Oo
si Kat
nga!
na chosen one.
Yes!
Go! Go explain.
The
Ako lang
outcast.
yung... Oo, ako yung outcast.
Yes.
Oo nga. Chosen one, kasi,
Chosen one.
I don't know, feeling ko lang mas mahirap maging outcast. Kasi parang, ang laki ng burden. Sabagay, malaki rin yung burden ni chosen one.
Mas malaki
Nagbago
yung
na
chosen
sa
one.
Biglang nagbago ng isip.
Nagbago.
Chosen one nga di ba?
Oo, chosen one. Hindi, sige. Ako na lang yung chosen one. Para meron akong bigger, glorious purpose. Yan.
Okay.
Para
Yeah.
yan. Save the world. Save the world.
Ayun nga.
Angeli, bakit outcast yung gusto mo?
Feeling ko kasi hindi ko ma-handle, hindi ko kaya yung pressure ng chosen one. So, sige, outcast na lang. I'll find other outcast na lang para friends kami.
Gusto ko yung sagot ng mga tao sa chat na parang ayaw nila ng responsibilities. Kaya, outcast na lang.
Ako lang yung responsible.
I have enough of
Pagod na
those.
tayong lahat.
Ayoko na. Pahinga din.
Oh my gosh.
I want
Dami
to be the
responsibility.
outcast who will push the chosen one challenge the chosen one to save the world.
Yes.
Parang ganon. So parang you kinda save the world na rin, but
In
not.
extension.
Yeah.
Si Bridge.
But you're not as stressed as the chosen one.
Hala,
Grabe yung
Wish
Ashley Bridge.
fulfillment.
iba na yan, Bridge.
May baggage si Bridge eh. Hindi daw kasi siya napipili
Hugot.
ng high school.
Hugot.
Ay, nako. Ay, wait. May tanong si Karin. Ano daw kinakain ni Agay?
Pizza? Oh my gosh.
Of course,
Pizza
that's
yata.
my question.
Hawaiian Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut Hawaiian.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yummy.
Ayan. Okay. So that's the last question for Would You Rather. So next game naman
Survive
natin.
tayo.
Ito na. Next
Naku,
game
ito na.
natin.
Next.
Ang next game natin ay Kiss, Date, or Dump. Okay, so I'll be
Oh, no.
flashing names of characters, of fictional characters on screen. May hindi fictional. May isang set na hindi fictional. And
no.
then,
Yeah.
you're going to tell us if you're going to kiss, date, or dump these people. Okay? Pero may tayo, di ba? We agreed on like a sign.
Hand
so
signal.
if it's kiss, yan, ganyan. And then when it's date, the heart,
Date.
ayan. And then pag dump, ito.
A guy
Grabe
wants
si
to kill
Danice.
them. Kill.
Ayan. So, yung mga tao sa chat, pwede rin kayo mag-join. Join kayo. Masaya to, promise. Okay. Kiss, date, or dump? Number 1. Dun. Kiss, date, or dump? Theo, Pabs, and Grayson. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think. 5 seconds. And then I'm going to
Kiss lahat.
say the names isa-isa, and then you do
Hirap.
the
And then we'll do the thing.
do the
Yeah,
sign.
yeah.
Oo. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kiss, date, or dump? Theo from Heartstruck. Kiss.
Pwede na lahat kiss.
Date, kiss. Okay. And then, kiss, date, or dump? Pabs.
Joke.
Kiss, date, or...
Lahat kiss.
Grabe si Danice. Gusto niya i-dump. Grabe.
Taking your
Lahat
kill your
kiss.
darlings to
Kiss,
another.
kiss. De, may
Kill
date,
your-
date daw kay Agay.
Ba? Ulit. Pwede mag-ulit.
Pwede.
Sige, go.
Pwede ba?
Ulit.
This question.
Okay. Kiss, date, or dump? Grayson.
Date.
Date. Oy,
Bakit?
ayan.
Yay!
Si Tanya may question. Tanya, kunwari, teenagers tayo ulit. Oo.
Kaya i-age down natin yung
Oo,
sarili
i-age
natin.
down
Para
natin
hindi
yung mga
siya
sarili
creepy.
natin.
Para
Kasi,
hindi creepy.
mabilis,
YA
sadali lang naman yun.
Why
Oo,
age?
konti lang naman kasi
Wow.
25 pa lang tayo. So, konti
Oh,
taon lang.
right,
Mga,
right.
oo, mga
True.
7 years, ganyan. Ayan. Why do we have to choose? Bata pa tayo.
Why do we have to choose?
Sandali, tingnan natin kung ano yung mga sagot nila. Oo, kasi dapat, ang game talaga is fuck, marry, kill, but YA kasi,
tayo.
kaya ginawa natin siyang
Yeah.
age appropriate.
Wholesome.
Yan.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes. Yes.
Ayan, sabi ni Bridge, FMK na PG-13.
Yes.
Yes. Dump lang, hindi kill. Yan.
Oo, tama.
La ang hirap, pero date Grayson.
Oo.
Okay?
Oh.
Si Jay gusto niya lahat. Okay?
Yes, why not?
Go!
Collect and
Collect
select.
Select,
Ayan.
select.
True.
Actually.
Okay, oo nga, date and kiss everyone kung pwede. Ayan. Okay, date Grayson. Ano si Grayson, mabenta siya.
Mabenta siya.
Mabenta siya.
Mabenta.
Kumbaga sa
boy.
sa fair, sa school fair, sa wedding o sa kissing booth, siya yung laging siya yung laging nakikita doon.
May pila.
Siya yung laging dinadala doon,
May
hinuhuli.
Pilahan.
Ayan,
Perahan
next.
natin si Jason.
Kiss, date, or dump? Todd Wilkins, Jeffrey French, and Bruce Patman. So,
Yeah.
yung,
Okay.
baka pwede kayo magbigay ng context kasi, diba, we're only 25.
But we don't know this. We have to Google it.
People.
Okay. I will take one for the team.
Yes.
These are the boys in the life of the Wakefield twins of Sweet Valley High. So Todd
Yes.
Wilkins was the first boyfriend of Elizabeth Wakefield. Jeffrey French was the second, diba? Bruce Patman was the bad boy who actually got together with
Erin.
Laila.
no,
Laila.
but he
Erin
had
ba, Erin?
something with
Erin
Elizabeth.
na.
Elizabeth din, si Elizabeth. Yeah.
Meron. They had something.
Oh, yeah.
Revelations.
So Elizabeth dated all of them, in other
Yun.
words. diba?
Ito talaga si Elizabeth.
Ayan.
Correct.
Oh.
Nasa loob yung kulo ni Elizabeth.
Oo,
Ito
girl.
si Jessica, si Elizabeth.
Oo.
Elizabeth.
And Jessica, oh my God, syempre kinuwento. Jessica was so mad at Bruce because he and Elizabeth dated when Elizabeth got amnesia. Oh, diba?
Ay, okay.
Thought nga pala.
I remember
Ayan.
that.
Bruce
Yeah.
had taken Elizabeth down. That time he had some kind of
He
mental
had-
Bakit
break.
wala si
Oh
Nicolas
Nakapag-
Cage?
God.
Nakapag-google na si
He had
Tanya.
amnesia.
Oo. Thank
And
you
then
for
Jessica
googling
was
for
so-
us.
Jessica was so mad at him. He was like saying, she was mad at her, saying, "Now, why are you with him? You hate him." And then she's like, "No, I don't. He's so cute." And then so she got mad at Bruce, and you're taking advantage of her. And he's like, "No, she likes me." So,
Tama, Bruce, nang mabait siya. Oh, my
may
God, it's
tanya
all
pa
coming
si
back to
Tanya.
me.
oh,
My
there's a
sister.
dear sister. Yes. Oh my God.
Google.
Okay, game. Oh, ito na.
Oh,
Kiss,
game,
date, or
game,
dump.
game.
Oh. Kiss, date, or dump. Todd Wilkins.
Mm.
Todd Wilkins. Kiss, date, or dump. Dump daw
Kiss.
ni Danice.
Stop.
Dump.
Danice. Oh, Danice, bakit dump?
Parang ang boring niya. Parang, it's like, he's so boring. It's no wonder Elizabeth dumped him, right? Parang ang boring goody-goody na walang...
Pero hot
niya.
naman siya.
He's good looking. I mean, he's good looking, pero parang boring.
Parang Nicolas Cage na lang. Nicolas Cage, hindi. What's the name yung
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, the actor?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas something.
I don't know kung correct yung memory ko, pero di ba ang nakatulungan
Anya.
na si Jessica? Hindi ba?
Oo. Si
Crush na
Jessica.
crush siya ni
Parang
Jessica.
nagpalit sila.
Nagpalit na
Something.
Palit sila.
Who did Elizabeth end up with?
So
Medyo
boring.
weird.
Elizabeth ended up with Todd. No, with Todd.
With Todd ba? Alam ko, Todd and Jessica eh. Or nagpapalit-palit ba sila?
Yun din yung
Baka may
alala ko,
alternate
but I'm
universe.
not sure.
I don't
Google,
remember.
Google.
So weird.
Okay, next. Kiss,
Anyway,
date, or dump
Jeffrey,
Jeffrey
Jeffrey.
French. Kiss, date, or dump Jeffrey French.
Hindi ko siya kilala, period.
Kat,
I
bakit?
like
Same.
him.
Jeffrey.
Gusto ko siya
I don't know you.
Jeff.
Parang
Ah,
ganon
hindi
din.
nyo kilala. Okay.
Parang ganon
As
din.
in, when I saw his name, guys, there was something. I got brought back. I was like, oh, Jeff.
Hot guy in high
My
school.
memory is correct.
Deny the existence of that book. Oh,
God,
God.
I-
Google lang.
Yes, I remember him. Nicholas, the brother of
Yeah.
Regina. Yeah, he
Yung
was
namatay.
good.
Regina who had that heart
Namatay.
condition.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oo, correct.
She had that
Was
heart
Nicholas,
condition.
oh wait, was this Jessica was pretending to be a good girl? And then she dated
Oo,
Nicholas. Tama ba to?
Oo, yata.
Yeah, we're all just getting this
Yeah, we're all
information
just
from
Googling.
Google. We
Yeah,
don't know
kaya,
anything about this. Too old.
Kaya
Yeah,
medyo
where is
putol-putol
book?
yung medyo mixed up yung information natin.
Oo.
Kasi Google lang lahat.
Oo
So
nga.
it's not
Okay.
first-hand experience. So.
Next,
si Bruce
kiss,
Patman.
date, or dump
Bruce.
Bruce.
I will
I
date
like
him.
Bruce.
I wanna
I will date him. I will date him.
Oh,
Yes.
bakit niya gusto i-date si
Make
Bruce?
out.
Sabi niya, bad boy daw siya.
Oo,
Sabi
pero
ni
hot
Ines.
siya.
Hindi, naging mabait siya.
Naging mabait siya.
after.
He's a softy deep inside. People think that he's a
Yeah.
snob, but when you get to know him, he has a really good heart.
Oh,
God, nakakatawa.
Bad boy exterior, pero softy inside.
Tsundere, ganyan.
Tsundere, exactly. Siya yung tsundere.
Tsundere.
Exactly.
Goes on the outside.
Parang imagine mo,
Marshmallow on the inside.
kakabidon ka niya para, oh my God. Diba? Imagine it. Oh my God. I want that. I want that for myself.
Okay. Okay, next. Kiss, date, or dump? Ito na. Number 3. Kiss, date, or dump? Peter
Hindi ko
Kavinsky,
kilala to.
John
Hindi ko
Ambrose
sila
McLaren,
nabasa.
and Trevor Pike. Ayan.
Sino to?
To all the boys. To all the
To all
boys.
the boys.
Oh, shucks, hindi ko pa
Boy.
nabasa.
I only
I
know
pass.
Peter. We're
Yeah,
so
we
bad.
know
I only know Peter.
Sino naglagay
John
nito sa
Ambrose.
Google Doc?
Ako actually.
Pass ako.
Wait lang, may sinabi si Tanya, kiss Bruce in secret because I can't date him. My friends will mock me.
May shame involved. No.
Shame.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
yung makakasagot lang dito. Kiss, date, or dump? Peter Kavinsky from To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Kiss,
Kiss.
Peter.
Kiss. Okay. Kiss. Okay. Kiss, date,
No,
or dump?
wasn't
John
you.
Ambrose
I will
McLaren.
date.
Date.
I'll date him.
Yung book version
Those are
ba yan
good
o yung
guys.
movie version?
The movie for me.
Because the movie version, I will date. Very
Yes.
hard.
Right?
Movie version.
Pogi yun.
Movie.
Okay. And then, kiss, date, or dump? Trevor.
Kiss movie.
Oh, kiss movie din.
Pogi yun, di ba?
Yeah, diba?
Trevor.
Tama.
Ang cute niya. Oo.
Si ano.
Ayan. Date John Ambrose. Lalo na kung Jordan Fisher. That's exactly why.
Yes.
That's exactly why.
Exactly.
Because the original na cast, parang hindi ko siya kilala, no? So, parang the end of the first movie, pinakita may ibang John
Ay,
Ambrose.
oo,
but
may
he's a
iba.
He's a white boy.
And then in the second, he's black.
Tapos nag-recast sila. Tapos parang,
Nag-recast sila. Like
Okay.
the epilogue never happened.
oo, no.
Di ba
Parang
meron
medyo
ng
weird,
isang
pero sige.
ano?
May face reveal ka sa pero ibang tao siya.
Oo. Parang ano.
Di ba
More
meron
Kat,
isang
you were saying
yung
something?
best friend? Di ba may isang neighbor? Hindi ba siya included?
Ay, si
yeah.
ano yun?
Neighbor.
Yung
Si
The boyfriend of the
boyfriend
sister.
boyfriend ni
Boyfriend ng
ate.
ate niya.
Boyfriend ni ate. Si
Yeah.
Oh, so hindi siya kasama.
Hindi siya kasali.
Hindi ko alam kung ba't niya siya sinali.
Okay.
May,
Secret.
may agenda si Danice.
Hindi ko siya naalala. Hindi ko siya naalala.
May
Sorry.
bias dun sa movie version of
Oo.
Intern.
Because never is pogi.
which is completely understandable. I get
Correct.
it.
Diba?
Thank you.
Okay, next. Ito na ba yun? Next. Kiss, date, or dump. Ayan na. Lagot na.
Controversial.
Okay, so kiss,
Mhm.
date, or dump, Jimin, Taehyung, or Jungkook.
No.
These are BTS
Gosh.
members. So, nahirapan
But
niyo
I
kay
don't
Angeli
think
yun.
so.
Kasi
Dapat si
kailangan niyang,
Angeli Van. Dapat tatlo
kailangan niya
lang.
mamili ng tatlo.
Sino yung
Ang hirap
ano?
din.
Sorry, sino yung youngest sa BTS?
Jungkook.
Si Jungkook. Okay, alam ko na.
Okay, so, game.
Okay, this
Kiss,
game.
date, or dump. First, ayan,
show the
naglabasan na yung mga
photos.
photos.
Yan.
Tara,
date,
yung
or dump,
answer for me
Jimin.
na lang.
Sorry,
I
hindi
don't
ako
know
makakasagot.
them. Ako din, I don't know them.
Oh,
Pero yay!
this is V, the second guy.
Yes.
Taehyung, yes.
Yes, Taehyung is V.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and I like. Okay.
Okay.
My choice is not in the choices.
Okay,
Si
go.
Daniel.
Game. I
Oh,
have an
kiss,
answer.
date, or dump, Jimin. Jimin muna.
Kiss,
Kiss.
date, everybody.
Kiss, dump. Dump daw si Ines. Ayan na, nagkakagulo na sa chat. Wait lang.
Oh no.
Yan.
Yan! Yan si JK! Ayan
Very
yung...
strong,
Away na,
opinion.
away na.
Away na
Okay,
yan.
kiss,
away.
date, or dump, Taehyung. V.
Ay.
Kiss,
Taehyung.
date.
Date.
Kiss,
Pwede
date.
both.
date.
How when you
Grabe,
date, you're
kiss.
kissing naman, di ba?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
True.
Okay, next. Kiss, date, or dump, Jungkook. Jungkook.
Jungkook ako.
Kiss, date, kiss, date, kiss.
Yes, very cute.
Kiss, date, all.
Kiss and date. Kiss, date, everybody.
Ay, ito.
Date and then
merong
Ay, grabe! Teka lang,
Wait tayo. oo.
YA tayo, YA.
Bye.
Wag
YA,
muna tayong
YA.
tumawid dun sa...
PG,
Wag muna tayong
PG.
tumawid dun sa...
Wait.
PG-13 lang, bawal po R16, R18.
Yes. PG-13.
Kiss.
Ayan.
Hirap na. Hirap.
Nahirapan.
Hindi ko to
Diba?
idea. Hindi ko to idea. Kay Angeli.
Parang interesting na.
Ayan. Yan na.
Very
Gulo ng chat.
choose.
Kiss,
Okay,
date, everybody.
When you're, tama, sabi nga ni Jay, when you date, you're kissing naman, diba? Talino ka. Kasi yung kiss lang. Kiss lang, hanggang dun lang, kiss lang.
Yes.
Pero yung date,
Pwede
Sama
may
na yun.
Holding hands.
Ayan. Okay, next. Next. Sandali. Hindi ko natanggal. Wait.
Nagkagulo ata
Okay,
sa chat.
next.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Kiss, date, or dog?
Wild.
Ito, Hunger Games card.
Ay, this is the one na...
Sino si Phoenix?
Tita, Gail, and Finnick. Ayan.
Tita.
So,
Si Tita yung, diba, yung tinapay boy.
yes.
Tama
Pita is the
Yes.
baker
The
boy.
boy with the
Baker
bread.
boy.
Gail is the childhood
Si Gail.
friend. Childhood friend. Tapos si Finnick yung
Hot guy. Yung hot,
hot guy.
Oh,
siya yung hot
Okay.
in the
guy.
movie.
Hot guy in the
in the movie.
Oo, okay, sige. Okay. Kiss, date, or dump, Pita.
Kiss.
Kiss. Dump daw, sabi ni Agay. Bakit?
Why?
Bakit,
sorry.
Agay?
Sa movie lang
I
to Mas type ko yung
Movie.
isa yung childhood friend. Sa itsura.
Ah.
Sa itsura ba to?
Bali, PG-13 lang. PG-13.
PG-13.
YA,
J, oo. YA tayo, YA. Okay, kiss, date, dump, Gail. Gail ba? Tama. Gail.
Yeah.
Pronunciation.
I don't know.
Dump daw
Kiss
sabi
na
ni
lang.
Angeli. Bakit Angeli? You don't like him?
Sa books to ayoko yung ginawa niya sa last book.
Yeah, yun daw.
Vague.
Controversial.
Okay,
So,
next.
Ayan na.
Ay,
so
sorry.
so much pressure on the MC. Yung parang, respect naman, nakala ko ba friends kayo? Parang,
Ay,
Oh,
Oh my God.
true.
ganon.
Sorry, itsura
Okay,
lang kasi
kiss,
binibase.
date, dump, Finik. Finik naman. Finik. Kiss,
Parang-
date, or dump. Finik.
Parang promising yan.
Sa itsura lang ha.
Hindi, pwede.
Nakakatawa si Kat. Dump siya, pero pag sa movie, pwede daw.
Double standards.
Tapos
Nicholas, dump all, date Johanna.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She's pretty.
Ayan. Kiss, Finik, date, Pita. Ayan, okay.
Walang dump.
Next. Okay. Ito na yung last, sir. Kiss, date, dump. Okay, last. Kiss, date, or dump. Quinn, Diego, and Robbie from the Korean Goddess of Love. Oh, ayan na. Nako.
Nako.
Oh. Quinn, Diego, and Robbie.
Away na.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kiss, date, or dump, Quinn.
Kiss.
Kiss, date. Yeah. Ayaw ulit mamili ng mga tao. Sinabi ng PG-13
Ayan na
lang
naman,
eh.
PG-13.
Out ko talaga to si student JE3 eh. Char. Kiss, date, or dump, Diego. Ano yun?
Guy, what does Ines mean? What's that?
Ganon na magiging
Wala sa pinag-usapan niya. Ano
Sige
yan?
na nga, ito na lang. It might lead to other
Repeat
things.
naman,
yes.
diba?
Nagulat ako dun sa movement ng kamay. Okay, next. Kiss, date, or dump, Robbie.
Team Robbie.
Date, kiss, date.
Dump!
Ayaw ni Kat.
Ba't si
Kat,
Robbie?
bakit? Bakit dump?
Wala, I don't know. Parang hindi lang siya nag-appeal to me. Siguro na-overshadow siya nung dalawa. Yun na lang. Para fair. Na-overshadow lang siya. Ayan.
Ayan na, may
Date
mga sagot na
Queen.
yung mga tao.
Correct.
Dump Queen, date Diego, kiss Robbie. Dump Queen. Okay.
Queen.
Queen.
Controversial.
Leslie, date Robbie, please. Okay. Si Miel says, kiss Diego, date Queen, be friends with Robbie.
Friends.
Friend zone. Friend zone. Friend zone niya si Robbie.
Kawawa naman.
Tina says, kiss Diego kasi I need to be productive with work.
Yes. Kiss Diego.
Is it distracting siya, ganon? Ganon ba yun? Yun ba ibig sabihin nun?
Sana may answer si Mina.
For
Oo
both.
nga eh. Pero baka she will refuse to choose also. Leila says, Queen is for Hannah, Diego is for me.
Yeah, pwede.
Yan. Okay, so that's the end of our kiss, date, or dump game. And actually the end of the end of this standby session also with the Flickr authors. Thank you so much, yung 13 million people watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this afternoon and making the chat very lively. Salamat for hanging out. Wait, as sabi ni Miel, I need to know him more before I decide kasi I have the same thoughts as Kat. Si Robbie to. We're talking about Robbie.
Yeah.
Yan.
True.
Ayan. Okay. So, ayan. Since we're ending the stream soon, I would like to request everybody in the chat to please like this stream right now bago kayo umalis. Thank you so much. And if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed yet to our channel, please subscribe to the Romance Class channel. We'll be having more of these Kilig Cafe chats very soon. Actually, mamayang gabi, meron tayong 7 o'clock session. Meron tayong 7 o'clock tambay session with beta readers and about beta readers and editors and why you need both of them for your book to be better. Yan, that's 7 o'clock later. So mamaya, balik kayo ulit dito sa Tambayan. And we'll be joined by Mina Viesguera, Carla De Guzman, KB Meñado, and Leila Tanhutco. Ayan, thank you for joining our tambay
you.
today.
Yay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
This was fun. Yes.
Super
Yan.
fun, guys.
Thank
Super
you.
fun.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. Ayan.
Thank
And I will
you.
also
Great.
would like to request na ang tawag dito, if you have anything na any suggestions about yung gusto nyo makita sa Kilig Cafe, please let us know sa Twitter. You can DM or at lang si Romance Class Books account. Let us know kung anong gusto nyo mga pakulo, mga chikahan, mga tsaa, ganyan na gusto na gusto
Tsaa.
niyong gawin natin here in Kilig Cafe,
Mm.
our new online hangout. Yan. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a
Thank
happy
you.
weekend.
Thank
And sana
you.
magkita
Happy
tayo ulit
weekend.
mamaya. 7 o'clock. Guys,
7
7 o'clock
o'clock.
balik kayo rito.
See you,
Magmerienda
see
muna
you.
kayo
Mwah,
tapos
mwah.
balik kayo ulit.
Salamat.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.